Okay, can you hear me loud and clear? Let's begin our morning MEO. All right, now today is the 12th of November, I just mentioned. Today's Friday, yay! Once again, Friday, but of course, nothing to cheer about. Yeah, see very clear. Okay, all right. Because tomorrow we have our event, right? Tomorrow is a very special day for us itself. Tomorrow, I'm going to introduce to you the Omega. All right, Omega, all right? So the thing is, this Omega is actually an indicator that we created for version 5.8 for PTP student, okay? And I have backtested this, and the accuracy is quite incredible. And incredible part is that now we can able to scan through a few markets easily, about 40 to 50 markets every day, right? Morning or afternoon or nighttime. And if this particular setup appears, it will send a message to you via Telegram. This is the exciting part itself. So once you receive this message, okay, you can start to watch the market and trade accordingly. Now, of course, Omega, we all know, is actually a flat top and flat bottom. Hence, therefore, there's a possibility that, you know, during the day, the flat top and flat bottom disappear. So if it disappear, that means the stop loss has to be activated, and that's about it. But if the stop loss doesn't get triggered, that means that likely the trade will be very beautiful. You're gonna make a lot of money, and if you can just add on position throughout the day itself, right, it will be amazing. That's the reason why I think that maybe you really need to attend tomorrow's event. All right, I'll explain to you in details. Okay, so for those who attend tomorrow's event, you will get two gifts from us. One gift, okay, is something that is given to you so that you can make some money out of it. The second gift itself, right, is given to you so that you can trade on the signal if there is one, of course, and then after that you can make as much as you can. So for $10 only, you can come and get all this solid thingy itself from us. So make your decision, okay? I'll see you tomorrow, right? Okay, now Elon Musk sold $5 billion worth of Tesla shares already. The last 3 days, Elon Musk has sold $5 billion, okay? So now you look at the background picture right behind you. Yeah, all these I purposely choose on the internet and do a collage, so not too bad, right? Yeah. So first of all, we must understand that now in China itself, right, we have this packaging issue right now because of the current COVID situation. Then, of course, in this Germany, the numbers have hit 50,000 cases per day. Oh my goodness, this is actually very, very scary. And of course, now everybody is talking about Bitcoin right now, cryptocurrency. Everybody is going gaga over it. So is it a good time to watch the market to buy more? I'll share with you later today. All right, so disclaimer as apply as usual. Do understand this. My job is to share with you what I see in the market. Your job is to look at the market and do your own risk assessment, okay? So once you accepted the above, you identify me. All right, now look at this cartoon, okay? How many of you have come to a point that you feel exactly like this cartoon? All right. Would you have this feeling? How many of you had this feeling before? If you have this feeling right now, please put the word had. Means that if you had before this feeling, okay, whereby you have sunk to the bottom of the ocean, right? And you people ask you, will you change your position? And you reply the word never. Okay, all right. Have you had this type of position before? Now, of course, obviously it's meant to be a joke. It's supposed to snipe some people. It's like your example, your portfolio itself go all the way down, all the way to the rock bottom, and you still refuse to give up. Okay, all right. So you had Chao Ming had that before, Susan, Angeline. All right, you guys are most honest people. Okay, same thing for me. I had before, and I know that our feeling is terrible. But at this point right now, it doesn't seem to be able to do anything further, right? This is our feeling we had before in life. So this is actually some people's feeling right now with some of the position in the market. And obviously, to those who've been short selling the market, right, that is probably the feeling right now, the very bad feeling on this. So now to show you why do I have this cartoon, because in AP, they have this article that was in yesterday or the day before, disappearing shorts. As stock saw skeptics surrender. That means that now what happened? Now, usually when the stock market goes up, short sellers will come in to take advantage of price action and then what they do, they want the price to go lower. Now, usually in an environment that is fair, in a very fair economy, you will see short sellers benefiting from it. It's just like in the animal kingdom, whereby you have lions around to make sure that the population of the deers and stuff maintained, right? Something like that. But the problem is now we have Federal Reserve pumping $120 billion for the last 2.5 years and seemingly not stopping, okay? And because of that, it's all right. More and more people are surrendering their shorts, okay? So apparently from New York paper, okay, the skeptics on Wall Street have gone missing. Now this article is on our TWB Market News. So if you want to read the whole article, go there and take a look, okay? If you don't know where is it, then contact Susan. She will bring you in. Okay, so this article pretty long. So I'm going to give you the main highlight. Okay, so in short, it's all right. This saddened nearly no one. From small fry investors to member of Congress, critics paint short sellers as merchants of pain. My God. People around the world celebrated early this year when GameStop stock suddenly hurtled higher, causing billions of dollars of losses for short sellers. All right, so what actually happened here is that people hate short sellers. So when you short sell the market, you must remember this, you're going to be hated by people because 70 to 80% to 90% of traders or investors in the world are people that go long. So that's why in the stock market itself, generally speaking, of 10-year cycle, 7.5 years are bullish. All right, 7.5 years are bullish, 1.5 year bearish, and about 1 year consolidation or sideways. So think about this. Every 10 years, if 7.5 years itself, the market is generally bullish, then you want to short sell the market, right? You're in trouble. But of course, people have been saying, Kel, the market since 2009, that's where the Lehman Brothers have hit the rock bottom in March. Until today, we are talking about 12 to 13 years of bull. That is beyond the 7.5 year cycle, right? It's almost double. Why is it happening? Well, because the Federal Reserve is there. So all the way from Bernanke to Janet Yellen to today, Jerome Powell, they have been buying non-stop. So if they buy non-stop, what do you expect from the market? It will go non-stop. That's my point. So why is it happening right now is that you can see just this year alone, the S&P 500 have set 65 all-time high in the last, 10, 11 months? 65 all-time high. Imagine that. This is unprecedented, never seen before. And obviously, it's all right. This is what is happening right now in the financial market. So now everybody take a look at this. This is something interesting. There's two views here on this chart here. Take a look. Now, this is the average weighted short interest in the S&P 500 as percentage of total shares outstanding. Now, look at the year itself. This is going to be interesting. So you need to watch this, everybody. I'm going to do it slowly for you. Change the color a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see that in 2007, okay, the short seller interest was 2005 to 2007, the short seller interest was pretty low at the market back then because no one believed the market will go down, right? But in 2007, right, you can see what happened. The thing started to increase in 2017, okay? It started to increase a little bit already. Then after that itself, right, as the thing goes, as the market noticed that the Lehman crisis in 2008, wow, the gearing of the short sellers increased phenomenally. And of course, when the short interest were the record high itself, and that was back in 2008 back then, you notice something changed, right? The market actually bottomed out in 2009 March itself. So that means that when too many people short sell the market, right, usually that is where the turning point is. So vice versa, when no one is shorting, that is also the turning point. So you got my idea now? Okay, so you got the idea now. That means that on the average itself, you look backward again. Now, back in 1999, where we have the Nasdaq, right, crisis, okay? Same thing, the thing happened again. People start to pile in the shorts just 2 years beforehand. That was after the Asia financial crisis. And then after that, what happened? After the market hit a peak, it came down. And of course, in 1999, we have the Nasdaq crisis. After that, we have the SARS. And after that, in there itself, right, you see the position build up over there. So during this period of time itself, right, the stock market, of course, also came when the recession from 2001 to 2003. Okay, so why am I bringing all this? Because now we are back to the same point whereby everybody is no longer shorting. I repeat, everybody now seemingly no longer shorting. So is that a sign? Is that a sign to tell us that the market is going to recover, or is it a sign to tell us that the market is going to take profit soon? So this is something that I want to share with you. Okay, this is from this news article, AP, from New York Times. All right. So if you don't know what short selling is, when investors shorted a stock, they borrow the shares from someone else and sell them later. Okay. But the thing is this, you must understand, back in 2008 financial crisis, a few days after the collapse of Lehman Brothers, US regulators temporarily banned the shorting of financial stock, fearing short sellers will undermine already weak trust in them and trigger a run on the system. So you can see, short sellers is never appreciated. Short sellers is like the bad people in the world of investment. So that's why if you do short selling, right, honestly, right, you will suffer. So undeniable, those who go long in the market the last 13 years will make more money than the one who short sell the market. And it's very clear. So understand my point. Now, of course, I'm not saying that now short selling is a bad thing or you should go long right now. Now, to me, is this, at this moment now, we are onto the 13-year cycle, 13 years period whereby the market be going up, right? Probably, mathematically, seasonally, the market may pull back this 2 years, okay? Either late this month or maybe next year in March period, something like that. But the thing is this, just remember, guys, for today's sharing, most important takeaway is, do understand this. It's always better to go long than short in the market in general, okay? So next time, after a bear market, let's say for 1.5 years, do remember this, the next 7.5 years, minimally, just stay long. Every pullback, just go for buy. No matter how bad it is, the market just prefer to buy in general term. Okay, all clear? If all clear is all right, please keep the word clear, C-L-E-A-R. If you are clear with what I just shared with you, this is very important because people keep on saying that I'm a bear market and stuff. I think, no, I'm being rational. So, but definitely in my mind, it's very simple. The next time we see a bear cycle market coming in, right, the first thing my mind wants a market bottom up, I just stick to buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. Non-stop buying for 7.5 years. Okay? Got it? Pretty cool, huh? So next, remember, remind each other, okay? We have to remind one another. So like gold right now, right? I told you all gold will bottom out in 3 months' time. Gold really bottom out. So that's why gold to me now, right? Every pullback itself is a pretty good buy, yeah? In my opinion, yeah? Okay. So let's just see again now. Let's look at my little walk of fame for 2-3 minutes. Now, yesterday we have this momentum movement on my forecast. I told you Dow Jones will come down to 35,886. Remember? Yesterday, I was doing MAO and I say, guys, if you can, Wednesday, take profit. Thursday, take profit. Friday, take profit. Remember, I said that, right? So I already told you guys that the Dow Jones, if it come down, it may have to come down to 35,886. And what happened to the Dow Jones? Let's take a look. The Dow Jones did come down, but it did not go to my 35,886. Did not. It missed my level by 20 points. But at least the direction was correct. I called for sell and it was a sell. Now why? Because it was a CCYR on the chart. And of course, there's a KSI, although it's green, but down tick. All right, so it's pretty spot on, not exactly. So this one maybe don't give me the validation, I can understand. But of course, the second one is, oops, I think my PowerPoint today, I forgot to do this part. Yeah, sorry, Honor. But gold, this one I must claim credit, right? Gold, I must claim credit, right? Now, gold, yesterday I told you gold will go up. I already say that gold will go up, and I give you a figure, 1866. I share with you, if gold stays above 1849, which is the P2 level, gold will go up. Now, why? Because it was KSI uptick. It was a KSI, but uptick. So I say if gold stays above the pivot 2, it will go up to 1866. Remember? I say only if it goes down to 1840, then look out for buy from the bottom. If not, once it goes above P2, you can buy. Remember that? So if you remember that itself, right? Look at gold. Wow, look at it. I'm only like what 16 cents away from the target. I predicted 1866 and the goal high was 1865.84. So am I spot on for gold? Yes, again. Hey, not bad, right? My gold trade, my gold pick not too bad, yeah. You see the way the numbers are there. Oh my goodness, incredible, right? So that is the reason why I keep on saying, guys, join MAO, listen to what I have to share, make money on the market. Yes, what again? Yeah, yes. It is another great day for us. Okay, thank you guys. For those who have heard me and heard me say that gold will go to 1866. Please key the word "go" spot on for me right now so that I can use this conversation that you're writing for me to go into marketing later. Come on, I give you 10 seconds, guys. If you remember, I set this 1866 goal target for yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Only if you heard me, then you write lah. If you didn't hear me, then don't need to write. Okay. I don't need fake stuff. I want it to be real. Okay. So guys, if you remember that I said this, just key in there itself. All right, later I'll tell you my view on gold, okay? But my personal view on gold today, if I were to say that itself, you want to buy, let it come down a bit more, yeah? Don't need to jump in, yeah? In fact, itself, right, gold may go into a bit of profit taking today. I repeat, gold may go into a bit of profit taking today. Yeah, this is my word for you, okay? Okay, thank you, Kelly, thank you, Terry, Toming, Susan, Chongming. Yeah, thank you once again. Okay, let's go. Oops. Okay. Now for Hang Seng, we are still doing very well. Hang Seng, you're doing very well. Our students are still making money. Now we have a bit of hiccup one day, and next few days we roll back with success. You can see that these are all students' trading record, and they show us their trading record. And it's not like say, oh, selectively cherry picking. It's every day I update this particular PowerPoint slide, unless I happen to forget about it. Okay, so many things to prepare, then no choice. But what is more important is you can make back your losses. Even you make losses in the morning, you can make back later on. That's the power of the system. And more importantly, King Hua will take the extra effort, right, to actually redraw where to buy, what to do, when to take partial profit, when to take full profit. All these are very nicely drawn and shown to students. I mean, seriously, which school, which academy take all this effort to help students? I can tell you this, you find me one school that do that itself, right? I will say, you know, I will say that then you should join them, okay? But I don't think so, at least to this level, so live in the market. Practically morning, we are around from 7 a.m. talk until 12 midnight, still talking itself, until they get Susan off the table. All right, so that imagine this is something that you really want. So next week, we would like to invite you with your friends down to TWB Traders Academy to join us, okay? All right, now, of course, yesterday someone asked me, Kel, how come no market news? Yesterday don't have. Yesterday was very empty day, so yesterday got no big news, yeah? Today, we have the JOLTS jobs opening. So this one is by the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, all right, to tell you the measurement of the job vacancy. And of course, this number have been pretty stable at about 10 million. So we will not do any guessing game here, but just let you know that if the numbers do drop down, then of course, it's not a good sign. The last time itself, when this happened, the last month, the market did drop down a little bit, but of course, the market didn't care. So unless it dropped below 10 million, then maybe the market will take another look, yeah? Now, Dow Jones was pretty sideways for 50 points for more than 2 hours. Then after that, during the lunch break, there was some profit taking. So this is something that I don't like. I tell you one thing, normally during lunchtime, if the market do take profit, right, it's not a good sign. And of course, if the last hour or last half an hour, the market sell down some more, right, it's even not a good sign for the people who go long. So I repeat, during lunchtime, if they sell, I don't like it. And last 15 minutes or last half an hour, they sell, I don't like it. So today, if Dow Jones break OP, it will be a sell. I repeat to you now, without seeing a chart, if the Dow Jones breaks OP, it will be a sell, yeah? This is an observation that I've been watching over the past years. And of course, every day I do MAO, right? I will know what am I screenshotting, and I know exactly what will likely be happening soon. So Nasdaq rebounds after inflation-driven sell-off, but it was Disney that weighed on the Dow. Let's take a look. So Nasdaq Composite rebounded after hot inflation data and surging bond yields sparked a sell in technology stock in the previous session. So yesterday, apparently, they started to tell you that, okay, inflation, we have it, but it's going to be transitory. And they tell you that, you know, the yields are high, but it's still okay. And because of that, just because the stock is cheaper right now, they just go and buy, and then they tell you all this BS nonsense. Yeah, anyway, so basically, so we have NVIDIA up by 3.2%, AMD up by 4.4%. So basically, although Wednesday, the inflation data was terrible, but again, with the market on the buy, they'll give you all the other reason, okay? So they tell you that now you cannot shut down a 20 trillion economy, and it's very difficult. So in short itself, right, they just hope that once the supply chain is resolved, everything is back to normal. I totally agree with this statement when the supply chain is back to normal. But the problem is that will it be going back to normal in the near term? I don't think so. So to me, it's all right. I believe that right in December, we may have a bit of whipsaw in the market. I cannot see how fourth quarter will be a better quarter than the last quarter, third quarter, because we have supply chain issue, meaning if there's no supply, you can't get your worker to work, but your worker need to pay them regardless, right? So the cost will increase, and the consumer can't pay the type of premium as you want to increase on the prices, so it's going to bring down the whole entire economy, and that's the reason why I say that you should go slow right now. Yeah. So let's look at visit what happened last night using the TWB chart. So first of all, it's a very clear thing. We have the opening price that is between the two pivot. We have the KSI green and its uptick. So logically speaking, the Dow Jones should be an update. But instead of going up, the market stay below OP. So that's not a good sign. And when it goes down itself, we know that there will be support at 35,886 because that is a pivot 2, which the market really hit there and rebound. But of course, I think it hit the KCB first. Then it rebounded here. So traders, that was what happened yesterday. Let's look at the 15-minute chart to see the clearer picture. Now you can see on the screen right now, the market opens ding dong, ding dong, ding dong for most part of the day as usual. Then it tries to go up, but you notice that when you try to go up, right, it can't even go above MLP. It can't even go past KTR +1, right? So when it cannot, that means there'll be a lot of resistance because we have the MLP resisting you, the pivot, KTR. So all of them were resisting the market. And after that, the market started to waver downwards. But once the cash market opened, straight away, you can see a dramatic sell-off. And the market came all the way down and triggered the KTR -1 as usual, as we all know that it will happen. Yeah. So what happened yesterday? We weren't ending for buy side, but for sell side itself, right, also don't have, because there's no color change at the OP unless you forcefully put it in, okay, by putting a lower time frame. Yeah. Okay. So that's Dow. Now for gold was pretty clear. I already tell you gold will be a buy. Why? Now when gold opened in the morning, right, I told you it is actually near the pivot. It is above MLP, above MA30, above MA200. So as long as gold stays above OP, I already say gold will go up, and the target is 1866, which means the highest means by about 50 cents like that. So that's the reason why. And of course, KSI was green and it was uptick. There's no blue bars at the bottom, so all looks good. And that's why gold technically, based on what we know, went up. Okay, so if you look at the chart for the 15 minutes, you can see that gold initially came down first. Then it found some strength. KCX was there. So CCRY you buy, $2 given. Then after that, here we have the KSI jump and no blue bars after that. Wow, then it's all the way KSI green, no blue bars. That's why gold went all the way to KTR +2. Now you notice that when hit +2, the KSI flipped over. So that's why there's some profit taking. Then the market ding dong, ding dong, ding dong the entire day already after that. Yeah. So guys, this is what you need to learn from us. Make sure you trade and then follow through if the market is having the crowd, okay, with you at the moment. Yep. Okay. Got it. That will be gold recap. So let's look at some local and global news right now. China, the China virus expert launches scattering attacks on COVID-0 okay. They're going to have this COVID-0 plan, whereby they're not going to, allow anybody to get sick with COVID. If they have, you'll be taken away to be taken care of, all right? Not to kill you, just put you in an isolated area. So COVID cases right now, surge have probably going to set back the border reopening with North Korea. So that is, again, another problem for North Korea. And of course, travel agency now or travel industry are very worried because of the virus coming back again. And of course, when this thing's happening right now, many cities like Dalian, right, they halt frozen food trades because of the COVID cases. And of course, more people are getting worried because the cold weather is coming in and they are going to buy more food. I just saw some of the non-mainstream media about people buying fruits, buying vegetables, buying meat to the point of ridiculous. They literally buy the piglet, you know, that they buy the live piglet and put at home. My goodness. And of course, some of them even very terrible. They go down to some of the farmers' place, they wreck the farming, the field, you know, that to just get some vegetable for free. It's terrible. I mean, this is what's happening right now. And would it come to Singapore? Well, of course, we don't need to worry about the cold weather, but of course, this is something that we all doesn't want to see, right? Now, what Germany was once praised for its COVID responses, now is seeing 50,000 cases. Oh my goodness. We're talking about 50,000 cases. Now, take a look, everybody. This is the number of cases per million people in Europe. And you can see that, right, Germany is climbing up fast, okay? UK got a bit of pullback, but they're at a higher rate. US, for some reason, is all right, it's maintaining. France, Canada is starting to bottom out. And of course, India was high initially, but now like very low. I mean, seriously, because they have the COVID vaccine. Because don't know why, but cannot understand how United States and India, their number can go down while their numbers are still there. So I cannot understand this, but I'm not here to go and decide for them now. So you can read more into in our this TWB market news, whereby I'll share you why Coinbase struggle, right? Why is it better to buy Bitcoin? And of course, what Santoli say, which we'll cover a bit later. And of course, we talk about COVID cases in this Germany around. Why is it hitting 50,000 cases? And of course, a recap of what happened last night in the market. And Elon Musk selling $5 billion worth of Tesla stock just to satisfy the tax obligation. And of course, China Jingdong, they smashes in their single day record, right? Because probably Alibaba now, people don't really want to get involved with it. They basically smashed in a single day $48.7 billion worth of sales and still counting, okay? Wow, I think it hit 53 billion rather easily. All right, so that is the global news. If you don't get to read them, go and find Susan to get you into the channel. Now, important market information for us, okay? Let's take a look. Now, Elon Musk selling $5 billion. So by selling, what happened? Of course, the stock price will be affected, lor. So he has sold about 3.5 million shares, which were about 3.88 over there. Now, even after selling itself, right, he's still holding 166 million shares. Oh my goodness. Still holding, my friend. So take 166 million shares multiplied by the current Tesla price now, you'll get how rich Elon Musk right now is, okay? So of course, he's been selling in different blocks, but it's still around this area, yeah? But some of the people can sell at a high, like his brother sold almost near the high before the market comes off. So all these things tells you market manipulation, in my opinion. Okay, anyway, you can see right now, this is the Tesla stock, okay? Tesla. So Tesla from 800, it do a bottom up, okay, break out and then go all the way up to about 1,200 and let's say 50 lah, somewhere there. So within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 5 days, the market basically wipe out at least 1/8 of the valuation, or 1/6 effect. And of course, the volume was pretty high that day. Yes, last 2 days, the volume has been pretty thin already, but you can see over here it's all right, the market ended still below the OP, and that is the point whereby it's not too good, because if the market ever come down again, right, it is a possibility for Tesla to come down to here itself. And this point here is for 955 level, yeah? So that is a level that I think Tesla may have to go down just to fulfill everybody's unhappiness, all right, for his action today. Yep, so that is Tesla for you. Okay, so Santoli says that the inflation noise apart, right, the stocks are cooling off from the recent strong rally. So this is the chart that he draw using the channel, and his opinion is this: as long as the market stays within this channel, then it should be safe. So in fact, what he says that it should be hanging around here, then go up again. It should be like that. But of course, back then we also saw something similar like this, whereby the market basically cracked down, but that's his last 2 months ago, not during the November period, yeah? So what I'm trying to say is this: it looks fine and it looks safe, and we have them able to tell us some of the views of the market. Yeah. So you can see over here itself decidedly negative but non-panicky response to Disney's result. It was not very good, right? So many consumer app companies are being attacked by huge potential market suffering losses. Example, Roku la, Uber la, BMBL la, DKNG la. All these companies are supposed to do very well, but then of course because of the COVID now they've cut their staff, cut their people entry and stuff. But now if the government is saying that, okay, you know what, let's restart, then of course this company is going to go back to the heydays, and of course stock can go much higher, right? So let's take note of that. Huh? Now this is a very interesting chart about Steve Henry. She's just trying to show you that 2019 and 2021 now, the way the chart is moving is almost identical. Like you see, go down, then after that bottom and go up. So of course I told you, my brother, of course every market should behave like that. Now what is trying to explain further is that say that hey, the way it go up, right, momentarily it seems to be the same, and wondering, is it the same group of people doing this as well? Well, I already told you it's very possible. Now you must understand back then it was at only 3,200 for the S&P. Today, if they're coming itself, they must come in at least, right, more than that, okay, more than that, yeah. So now the thing is that the market here itself is 46.56. That itself was 35,200. So if the market really want to go upwards, right, then of course there'll be some money have to be spent on. But you can see that, right, that's a very interesting thing. In terms of numbering itself, right, this market in 2021 is like 120 more points higher for the S&P 500. But the thing is this, okay, the thing is this, is there any more people going to buy? That's the first thing. And of course, the next thing is that, right, okay, if the market do pull back, where can they sell? So all these are the typical questions that people is asking, and maybe you can look at the chart to decide. But to me is that, right, at this point right now, the S&P at 302 is very considered high, but the market even went higher by 100 over points. Yeah, now at 46.56, do you think it's a good time to buy S&P? To me, it's a very bad time to buy. Yeah, it's a very bad time to do it itself. Okay. All right, so you got my point now in terms of year, and this is like in this 3002 in 2019, it was before pandemic, before pandemic. Then now it's actually so-called post-pandemic. So during the pandemic time, the market didn't go down much. As a matter of fact, the market did crash down for a while and then recover, and now we're at 46.56. So you're telling me the last 2 years is that right, with the pandemic ongoing, the market can actually increase its value by 33%. At the same time, where most people are actually suffering and no jobs, or the companies are closing down. So that is a question mark that we don't understand, right? So that's why trading is something that you must understand. You cannot just single way traffic, yeah? The fear and greed index yesterday hit 81. The day before was 82. So we're still at the 80 range, all right? At 80 range means the market might actually go into some profit taking, as you can see on this chart here itself. That is still down around there, and nothing much changed. The last time we see something like this, the market actually book profit, right, on the book profit. So that's why we may see the profit taking coming in. So for those people who want to buy or do something to the market for the long side, you need to be very, very careful. Yeah. So of course, I talked about the VIX. Remember, I tell you VIX will go higher. Right now, VIX, you can see every time hit 20, it will have a stampede around the area itself, because it's just a difference between up and down. And the RSI, look at it. The last time the RSI was back in 2019, and you can see that it's very nice. If your RSI is coming down, you can use it as a guidance for trading. Yep. So my target for VIX is still the same. I'm still looking at it to go much higher itself to 22. Okay. Now we were closing at 17.66. We can still aim for $5 towards 1722. Now this one student, her own account, she bought 3 VIX, and now the VIX is that was last 2 weeks ago, and she makes money from it, and just showing to us about her margin requirement and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool, right? Okay, with that itself, let's look at the chart. The bull goes bull, the bear goes crude, and the lemming go. It could be different this time. Let's take a look, everybody. Okay, so now let's look at China. Now China is in a pretty bad shape. I tell you that China If cannot cross the moving average MA30, China likely will come down. Now, China MLP is somewhere near here, 15,517, I think. Yeah, 517 is it? Yeah, so we are now exactly at the crossroad of the MLP. So as long as the market stays above MLP, the market is still generally bullish. But if the market stays below MLP later, then of course selling is unavoidable. So traders take note, because you can see now the market is heavily resisted at the MA30, which is something that we already mentioned to you how powerful it is. The only problem is that AIM still doesn't carry China A50 because the LP is not that good. So that's why I cannot put the indicator there to do back testing. Yeah. But for visual sake itself, you still prefer to have something on to like compare and contrast. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, got it? Okay, yeah, got it. Hold on a minute. Just give me a short moment, guys. Messages coming in as usual. Okay, Hong Kong. Let's take a look at Hong Kong today. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hong Kong. Okay, here we go. Now, Hong Kong today actually is a CCRY buy, and on top of that, take a look, everybody. This is a BMB. This is a BMB, right? A BMB 2 days ago. So by right, when the market crossed the BMB RL, which is yesterday level, I told you Hang Seng will go up, and the figure is 25,627. So today's high is 25,528. So missed by 100 points. Then after that, now what happened? You can see the market U-turn. The market U-turn, and when U-turn itself, right, where will it go? The first MA that is here, 25,272, right? So did the market go there itself? Well, apparently it did. Okay, apparently it did. Let's take a look, guys. Look at it, beautiful, guys. Look at the 5-minute chart. CCRY, we shorted the Hang Seng. First level, KTR -2, take some profit, hold the position down all the way to KTR -3, hit. And of course, MA30 is also there. So I told you, right, when you have the MAs or the MLP very near to your KTR, it's going to be like a stack, and stack means you may push toward it. And so on hindsight, it pushed it all the way down. Okay, I already mentioned this several times yesterday that the market may be coming down. And of course, we have a pretty good trade. So why is that green dots, as I told you, right? It's because the market tapped the moving average here. So every time you tap, it just serves you a reminder, hey, tap already, be careful already, yeah? Okay, so that is what happened to Hang Seng this morning. So Hang Seng, where would it go? Well, this is where it gets interesting. If the Hang Seng still stays below the current price right now, Hang Seng may need to come back down all the way to MLP at 25,108. Once we hit the MLP, then we decide what to do, okay? Because that is what I suspect that what the market will do also for today. Now the KSI is red in color, but it's down tick. So that means that the selling pressure is not very strong. Still a sell, but not so strong, yeah? So this is the Hang Seng. So I believe that you come down to 25,108, then you may stop there. Now, of course, if drama really recover, of course, the first level is 25,573, but the next level will be at least 25,726. Okay, so take note of that. That is only if Hang Seng goes up, but I think the chance of that happening is pretty low. Okay, so with that, let's look at the Dow Jones for this morning. Now, Dow Jones continue to trade lower, and this morning in the group chat, right, I mentioned to you, watch out for the MLP. Remember, I said watch out for the MLP. Okay, why? Now I gave you my reason why. Look at it, everybody. Follow with me. Now this is the MLP on this day, all right? And you can see once the market broke the MLP, there was some selling. Agreeable? Now the next day, the MLP is almost the same, but do you notice this? Once the market touches the MLP, right, the market stopped there and went down. So this is really a very interesting, this type of signature move, right? It's meant for selling one. It's meant for a bearish selling. I tell you that this is a very signature move whereby the market hit perfectly at MLP and then it comes down. Then you notice this, you draw it again yesterday, it almost hit also, the MLP almost hit the level. And then after that, the Dow Jones stayed down, right? Yesterday, when some of you text me on the side, say, Cal, the MLP never traded, right? It means can go higher now. I say, yeah, if you stay above OP, yes, maybe there's a chance there. But once you stay below OP, right, that is a problem. So today, MLP is 36,013. So everybody now look at this level here, and then we go to the 15-minute chart to take a look. 5-minute chart, take a look. Can you see this? Okay, so what happened is that initially the market stays above opening price, KSI jump, so it's a buy. But once it hit the MLP at 36,013, you notice that it breached past, but come back down also equivalent fast. And then after that, at the sweet spot here itself, instead of calling for a buy, it turned to a sell, CCYR, and it sell down. Remember, I told you before, right? The MLP can be used as a form of trigger. MLP can be used as a form of trigger. I'll write down for you. MLP can be used as a form of trigger. All right, so that's why the market here, CCYR, triggered, and then of course the market came all the way down itself. Now, likely, in my opinion, it's going to come down to OP very soon before the market closes, and of course we were able to have a better position with the with other things, and then after that by 1 o'clock, 1:30, we come back. We'll see how the market perform. Yeah. Okay, so that is Hang Seng for you. So this is Dow Jones for you, or this is Dow Jones, sorry, and then let's look at the Nasdaq. Now, because I'm watching multiple screen at the moment, sometimes it's all right, get to make such silly mistake, calling the wrong name, but despite knowing what it's all about. Now, this is the Nasdaq, and you can see the opening price is pretty near to the pivot 1. So by right, if we stay above pivot 1, it'll be a buy, right? Yeah, so that is the very clear cut. But this morning, you can see it actually didn't. It actually got itself restricted there at the pivot 1 at 16,085. And now it's off the level, it's trying to go down, but apparently the market is not happening, so don't know what happened. But of course, everybody is still very bullish on this Nasdaq counters, and they want to buy more Nasdaq counter, more FANG shares, things like that, yeah? So this is the view here itself. If the market goes above OP, it'll crack above 16,085. Then of course the potential upside, will be about probably 16,208 level, yeah, around there. Yeah? Okay, the downside could stretch down. If it breaks MLP, the first level you'll go will be the pivot 2. But if we go drastic, then of course we can see this point here, which is 15,786. We've talked about this before, so we know that what is this number. If the market do come down, this will be a pretty good profit. Yeah. Okay, so that will be the Nasdaq. Let's look at the S&P 500. Now, S&P 500, you can see this down for 4 days already. Yeah, down for 4 days already. Okay, so same thing, right? If you look at it now, the market this morning opens between the two pivot, right? And KSI is red, but it's down tick. That means that the selling pressure may not be as strong as yesterday. So, which means that if the market basically breaks above pivot 1 and stable 16085, it will likely be going up. For those who still haven't done anything yet, right, my personal suggestion is wait for OP first. Now, the OP is, sorry, it's S&P. Wait, this is S&P. S&P, yeah, sorry, my bad. This is the S&P chart. It's down for 4 days here itself. The S&P is a doji. directional day. S&P is a doji directional day. All right. So which means that today there is a possibility of a big upside or a big downside for the S&P 500. So upside will be 46.86. Okay, that is upside. Downside 46.39. Current price 46.58. So which means that if the market stays down, okay, there is a possibility, I repeat, there is a possibility, okay, that the S&P will move down or up by 20 points, and that's very lucrative, guys. Now, so MLP 45.53 will be the first support the market has to stand above it. If the S&P loses 45.53, then the selling will bring it down to 46.39. Yeah. So traders, please be on standby. Today is a DD day. KSI wise, the KSI is green, so it's biased to buy, but unfortunately it's a downtick. So that means the buying may not be as strong as usual. So traders must be careful already. Yeah. Okay. So that is the what they call outlook for the US equity markets, right? Let's look at crude oil prices. Now, crude oil prices today also have a doji directional day. Now you notice the version 5 right now, right? Everything is all available for you and you know what to do. You don't need to think so much already. So it's a doji directional day potential, right? So simply put, if the market stays below OP, the upside target itself can be put at 80.50. So now it's 79.93, right? If you think it go higher, the first profit will be 80.50, right? But if crude oil stays down, which I think it will, then the downside will be 78.51. Yeah, it will be 78.51 itself. If you're telling me, if the market do come down, 78.51 will be a better price to buy, or at least for short sellers to cover a position. Just in case, if the market continue to plunge, right, 78.51 will become like a form like a support turn resistance. Yeah. Okay, so watch out for S&P 500 today, traders. You may want to take note of that. And the crude oil also, today, crude oil. Now for DAX have been staying sideways for the last 6 days already. 6 days already, okay? So today MLP for DAX is 16,025. DAX 16,025. This figure will be a very important figure. Breaking it itself when you go down. Now this pivot is not today's pivot, so ignore that, okay? So KSI wise, we have a green KSI, but it's a downtick, okay, for today. So again, same thing like S&P, the market may not stabilize high or at the upside for too long. Yeah. Thank you, Susan, for updating us about Hang Seng. And this Susan also updated us on the crude oil about what to do with crude oil. Thank you, Susan, for doing these updates. Okay, so we have finished all the main one. Let's look at the commodities market right now. Earlier I do that crude oil was strong, but never mind. Let's continue first. Here we go. Okay, now gold is coming down. Now I told you this morning, gold will likely be coming down. Why do I have this vision that gold will come down? Well, because very simple. Gold has been up for the last how many days? You see that this is Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, this is Monday, this is Friday, this is like Thursday again. So from last Thursday to today, last Thursday, total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days of upside, and today's Friday with no data. It's quite evidently to expect the market to go into some form of profit taking first. But now, everybody watch out, there is an MLP at 1855.35. Now, if the market hit MLP and then stabilize, it may go back up again. You understand? If the market loses MLP, then of course it may go down to as low as 1846. So 1855 is going to be a very powerful MLP level to watch. So traders who want to long, you know what to do. Traders who want to short, you must know what to do. Remember, MLP is a trigger point, so you can use it for triggering. Yeah. So now we can see on the chart, on the 15-minute chart, we have the market coming all the way down. Wow, all the way. Okay, and it's going to hover at this potential MLP level, 1855. So if we stabilize and recover, gold will go up again. But if it doesn't, then it will go down and easily you take away KTR -1 and it may go to KTR -2. Yeah, so traders watch out. For me, I think likely the market will stabilize for a while and resume its upside back to a higher level. Okay. Yep. Okay. So that one, take note of that for gold today. Okay, so that's gold. Let's look at silver. Now, silver went up yesterday. Silver went up to $25.25. The level that I mentioned, remember, 25.24, right? So silver yesterday already hit another target beautifully, right? Well done, silver. So if gold is coming down, likely silver will also come back down. But do not for silver, there's MLP here at $24.90. Yeah, so which means that if the market do come down to the MLP and stabilize there, that could be a good time to buy some silver. Okay, so they come down first, and then if you recover, that'll be a good point. Yep. Okay, so let's hope that silver also display this. Now, $24.90 MLP, so we need to watch out this MLP. Yeah, $24.95, $24.90.5. Okay, thank you, Susan, updating us with a lot of this summary here. So thank you. Okay, so that is silver. We've done gold, we have done crude, so that means I've finished almost all of it. Just now earlier I missed out Nikkei, apology. Let's do some Nikkei first. Now Nikkei this morning bucked the trend. Now majority of the market is actually down, but Nikkei bucks the trend. Nikkei this morning opened already a CCRY as a long. You can see that the word long is surfacing, like we're too small. Now, the thing is this CCRY was a buy, and of course now the market is able to go higher because it's the CCRY, right? As long as it stays above OB, it'll be a buy. Now, the KSI is red and it's downtick, so actually not that good, but never mind. We'll just take a look first. Now, if the Nikkei continue to go higher, where can Nikkei go? Well, let me just take a look. Nikkei can actually go to here. And that's 29,660, okay? That's going to be a very good level. Yeah, so if you can see the Nikkei going up higher, you can try to aim it at 29,666, 29,660, yeah? You can consider looking at that. Okay, all right, that's Nikkei. Let's look at now the last two, which is the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I try to make my MAO within 1 hour so that y'all won't be bored, and of course, you guys can also do your own things and go for lunch and stuff like that, yeah? Okay, so for Bitcoin, well, we have a very interesting thingy. Today, MLP is 64,563, and now we are actually at there. This morning, the market touched MLP and rebounded. So again, all these MLP triggers are pretty useful, right? Okay, so let's look at the intraday, be clearer for us. For 1 minute, huh? Okay, day chart for Bitcoin. Okay. So for Bitcoin, 64,563 is MLP. If it breaks MLP, it'll go down to 62,000, and that's the MA30. So you look at the 5-minute chart movement, right? You can see clearly now that beautifully it just now came down. It was sideways, then it came all the way down, breaches the MLP, goes down a lot more, almost hitting KTR -1. The KSI jump came in strongly. The KCX call for it. The KCX call for it. Everything calls for it. Then this is where you go in to buy. And of course, after done, it went all the way up. So right, you can see that it went all the way up. Yep. So that tells you that you can be patient and wait for the best trade in the first trade. Okay. So what happened is that that's all, but now the market has fizzled out, taken out all the profits again, and now stick back to the opening price. So is there any direction here? In my opinion, I think that as long as no more good news in the market, I still think that Bitcoin will come back down to 62,000 or more. Yeah, okay, so that is my view on Bitcoin. I'm a bullish in Bitcoin, but I don't think it's a time to chase after Bitcoin right now, yeah? Last one, Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, you can see on your chart, same thing, Ethereum. Now, for Ethereum, there's no, there's no pivot today, right? Ethereum got no pivot today. So Ethereum stays up, it will go up. So in cost, it will go up. The level it will go will be 52.70, a bit far, right? So we say that MY. So as long as the market stays above the KRL, which is here, okay, the market should be pretty okay. But I still think that Tesla, Bitcoin will go down. So if Bitcoin go down, Tesla will also suffer. But I think that if you are suffering 43.30 is a level to watch out for. The market may stabilize around here. Yeah, but I prefer, of course, my preferred time to buy will be somewhere near, right, at 31.41. You can buy a lot of stuff. Okay, all right. So that will be all for today's MEO. I finished it exactly on time itself, 1 hour. All right. Hope today you're going to make money from the market. Do take note once again. Let me just do a quick recap itself on the Dow Jones this morning. The Dow Jones have already hit the MLP and pullback. This is not a very good sign. So traders need to be pretty careful on this, yeah, for the Dow Jones. All right, that will be all for today. Thank you very much. I will see you guys on Monday, if not tomorrow, okay, for the event. Okay, bye-bye.